There was a character in My Hero Academia where she stood for America. She fought in World War I, World War II, and the Vietnam War. She freed the slaves in 1863. And she made All for One shaking his boots just by the mention of her name. Her name was Kathleen Bailey, aka Star and Stripes, and she died in 2 episodes. Okay, the last episode of season 6, they called all the heroes from around the world to help them. The first hero that showed up was Star and Stripe. And she pulled up to the scene looking like female All Might. I'm like, if that's just America, I want to see the heroes from France, Brazil, Portugal, and most importantly, I want to see the All Might in Africa. But instead, we get the #1 hero of Egypt, Paper Mario, and the fake version of this character. I don't even remember him. I'm like, these characters don't matter because we have Captain Marvel herself showing up to save Japan. Fast forward to the first episode of the new season. She's on the plane, riding it like a skateboard. I'm like, she has to be cold. And then Shigaraki appears. I mean, this glow up has to be studied. He went from this to Mr. Steal Your Girl. And then he said, and I quote, "Enough talking. I'm gonna go for you and Joe Biden." I didn't even know he knew Joe Biden. Joe out here getting strays for real. Star and Stripe dodges the beam, and then she says one of the most questionable lines in all of anime.
You may know what I'm packing. You may know what I'm packing.
What do you mean by that?
Then she goes on the offense saying, there will be no air within 100 meters of her. And there's no air! I see why Awful One's shivering in his boots. And we get introduced to her quirk, Author's Pen. New Orders. It allows her to alter reality by touching something, calling its name, and declaring a new rule on that object. If you think that sounds broken, well, it is. I'm like, it's no way she can lose. Well, she did. And died quicker than ever too. Like, come on. She did like 3 cool things with her quirk. The thing she did was touch Shigaraki and saying, if he moves, his heart will stop. I was so happy watching this. I was like, it's GG, my boy. But of course, every quirk has to have a weakness. And her weakness is if that person she touches doesn't identify with the name she called, it would be ineffective. So Shigaraki says,
I'm neither Awful nor Shigaraki. I'm all for Shigaraki.
After he made that epic reveal, she says, well, that's all I can do. Grab the nuke. And she nukes him. Of course it wasn't like that. She made like a giant stand of herself, and then she combined her power with her friend's power, and then like she nuked him. It was epic, but like he didn't die or anything. Matter of fact, he ate that like a G. And that's the moment I knew that she was going to lose the fight. She was introduced to be the strongest woman in the world, and she only had 40 minutes of screen time. Honestly, I should have known, because in the beginning of the fight, they showed her 1 minute worth of backstory. And we all know, once they show the backstory, the person dies. I just wanted to see more of her character, more of her fights, more of her quirk. I was just thinking, if she can take the air 100 meters away from her, why can't she say no quirks can exist 100 meters from her? She did that, it would have been game over. A W for America. But at the end of the day, she weakened Shigaraki immensely. Even though we don't know the exact number of quirks she destroyed, she did a great job. And that's why she gets the title of America's greatest plot device. And by the way, New Order. Hero Motivation will get subscribed.
So a goofball, and a wingnut, and a knucklehead McSpagatron!
What's going on here?
But most of all, I'm...
Hey, settle down.
I'm...
Take it easy. What the scout?
I'm a YouTuber.